On the next Dawson's Creek.
Joey Potter entering a beauty pageant?
Believe me, Dawson, nobody's laughing harder about this than I am.
When I was dating Dawson, I was petrified that any day he'd realize how gorgeous you are.
You're the guy entering this contest?
Miss Josephine Potter!
What's happening, Joey? I've known you forever, but I feel like I'm seeing you for the first time tonight.
I can't do it.
Joey, don't walk away from this.
An all-new Dawson's Creek next week on New Tuesday.
Hey guys, welcome to yet another watch along on Balloon Head Productions. My name is Marcelo Nostroza. I'll be your master of ceremonies as usual, and I'd like to welcome you to my watch along for Dawson's Creek Season 1, Episode 12, entitled Beauty Contest. Alright guys, if you've never been here to one of my watch alongs before, here's how I do it. In just a few minutes, I'm going to switch over to the streaming service that I will be watching this episode on. For me, it's American Hulu. Once I get over there, I'm going to count down from 3. I'll go in 3, 2, 1. And when I say play, that'll be your cue to sync up this episode with me at home if y'all want to watch. Quick tip. I always start my watch alongs at absolute 0. I feel that gives the best opportunity for everyone to sync up at the same time, whether they're watching on a streaming service like me or whether they have a physical copy of what I'm watching. And if you feel the need to watch along, 99% of the times you could sync up with a physical. 99% of the times, it's been my experience that you can sync up with a physical. That you could sync up with a physical copy, as well as a streaming copy, like I'm about to watch this episode on. So enough chit chatter. I'm going to turn off my camera as usual and go over to Hulu, and I'll give you guys your countdown in just a second. Give me a second, guys. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play. All right, so this is the second to last episode of season 1 of Dawson's Creek. And at this point, when I was watching the show for the first time, I was on pins and needles because I was like, is Dawson going to pick Joey or is she going to pick Jen? So these last 2 episodes were hell for me, but I'm so excited to watch this episode and the next one, because if you're watching this watch along with me, you know what happens in the next one. And this is just sort of laying the expectations for that. I love how the writer made Dawson watch something about attraction when it comes to what Joey's talking about is the same way that animals are attracted to other animals, humans are the same way. It's just by instinct. No, I don't think she is. I think you're just in denial finally. Oh, I think you do, sweetie. I think you fucking do. All right, it has been decided for next season. I'm moving over to Amazon because I cannot take this song anymore. And it only took me the whole year. Oh, well, almost the whole year, because this, like I said, this is the second to last EP of season 1. I cannot take this fucking song anymore, guys. It's But again, if you know me in real life, or if you know me in line, or if you know me in real life, or if you know me online a little bit, you know that I'm a bit of a masochist. So that might explain why I toughed it out for this whole season, listening to this goddamn theme song. Beautiful shots of Wilmington here. I love how the writer of this episode puts all the main characters in one central event. For this case, it's a beauty pageant. That's great writing. I mean, some people might call it lazy, but I think it's really, really great. And also, I really like Joey's position here with her saying that this beauty pageant is basically just an excuse for older men to look at pretty women, and I love how she ends up being in the pageant because of reasons. Let's say. I yeah, I absolutely love when Dawson says you're beautiful. Joey turns halfway around and walks away. That is perfect visual storytelling, if you ask me. Yes, backhanded insults described as compliments never work. Yes, you have gotten over it. Something is about to happen to you that's going to blow your head off. Metaphorically, not physically. That's not metaphor. I'm not talking really blows it off. That's not this type of show for sure. Also, I love the fact that this pageant that Joey's so against is offering a scholarship for the winner, and that will give Joey another option to get out of this dreary town called Cape Side. So that sort of pushes her towards the event. Again, the 90s music, man. Ugh. Fucking Patriots poster in the locker. I hate the Patriots, guys. I'm a Jet fan, by the way, so that should tell you all you need to know about me. Also, I really like how in this episode, I believe we're gonna meet Pacey's father, and it's a really really cool revelation if that's indeed what happens in this episode because all season long we've been shown that Pacey has no drive to be a good student, even though he has the aptitude for it. He has no drive for it, and that's because of his environment at home and that everybody thinks he's a slacker. We did meet his big brother Doug, and it's pretty clear what his big brother Doug thinks of him. He thinks he's a dropkick. So if I'm right, we're gonna meet his dad, which is his dad is the chief of police in this town. So um, it will be a really really cool thing to meet the man that has demoralized Pacey his entire life. If I'm right, if he doesn't come in this episode, he comes in the next one for sure. Also, it's rather funny that Jen is sort of, I understand why Jen is doing it because there's a scholarship involved, but it's kind of funny that Dawson's ex is pushing the girl that Dawson really wants into his sight line. Again, that's the way that writing works, but it's really interesting to me. Unless I'm totally missing the point here, guys. And if I am, you guys gotta tell me in the comments. She's perfect. The only thing that she's got to work on is the talent part of it. That's enticing for a college nest egg, Joe. You should think about it. You should suck up your pride for one evening and do that. This is a great piece of score that's available on the Dawson's Creek soundtrack that I have. And Pacey is entering the contest to piss off his father. I love it. Not her, lover boy. Her. Not very funny. She's totally serious. No. It's the money. See? Told you. Not not like you guys didn't know that already, but sometimes during these watch alongs I point out the obvious thing just in case if somebody's watching and they're falling asleep. If you never laugh at her, why'd you do that? This is this is ridiculous. Who the hell? Is that one of the judges? I guess. I I wonder why. He's a lovable buffoon. Wouldn't you guys say? It's funny how I'm noticing Score from Dawson's Creek being more prominent in this episode than in other episodes. But I just could have been so focused on the other episodes that I didn't notice. I probably didn't notice because I was so focused on telling you guys what I thought. This is really great. That Jen is teaching her to balance a book on her head. Again, one of the best things that the writers have done with the first season of Dawson's Creek is turning the relationship between Jen and Joey into from a antagonistic one on Joey's part to one of understanding in the second half of the season. I really love how the writers have sort of made Jen more lovable to Joey as the season has gone along, even though that they've had that big, thing hanging over their head in the name of Dawson Leary. So I do love that the writers have done that. Joey is lacking self-esteem, and trust me, I would know because I'm kind of lacking in the self-esteem department myself. No, you got to do something else. The only reason that Dawson wants Pacey to win is because he wants a spot on national news. But Mitch does bring up a good point that if Pacey wins, he could be breaking a glass ceiling. Oh, that's a good shot. I like that shot. Oh, he's gonna go somewhere. Go get him, girly girl. Not after this episode, he won't. No, it's not. Wait a while. I wonder why. That is kind of suspicious, don't you guys think? Oof. No. That that's contradictory. Roberta Crump. I really wish we would have seen this character early in the season instead of having this character show up now, because I do think the chemistry between the two of them, as the director moved away from them, is great. The reason why I would have liked to seen this character earlier, because I think that Pacey does have really good chemistry with her, at least for this episode, and I think this is the only episode that we see them in. And I also like how she is constantly doubting him, and everybody doubts Pacey. The only guy that doesn't doubt Pacey is Dawson. Oh, this is great. That's some really good advice. The farther the farther away you get, the better she'll feel. It seems like that's pointed by Dawson. Oh, things always have to change, buddy. This is great dialogue, and they're gone. Wow, that's great. Wow, I think this speech is like the moment. No, this speech is the moment of the episode for me, because it really nailed down the point that Joey is thinking about the future, and Dawson at this point is thinking about keeping things the same. But that was a great speech. You don't look like a dweeb, honey. You look beautiful. No. I love that the writer put that in there. Explaining, having Jen explain the Vaseline thing to Joey, but Dawson having no idea what this about. I love that. Nice dress. I like the purple one too. Wow. And wait for it. And there it is. Just wait a minute. Wow. The music. Wow. Maybe so. Oh, I think he's already got to it, Jen. That's a good point by Pacey. Go get it, Pacey. Oh, this is the interview. Well, they're splicing together the talent portion and the interview portion. Okay, this is another talent. Fair and beauty pageants don't go together, buddy. But you know what? I appreciate the attempt by Pacey here for sure. Oh, you won't suck. Oh God. And this is everyone's worst nightmare. Wow, she looks gorgeous. See what happens when you take a tomboy and a girl next door and put them in a really nice dress and put some lipstick on their lips. What happens? In most cases, you get this. Look at her face. Look at her face. Oh, the great shot. Look at that. This episode is directed really, really well. I'm not saying that the other episodes haven't been directed as well, but there's something, there's something extra special about this episode to me. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's because I'm like a hair away from one of my favorite episodes of the series. So maybe that's it. Maybe I kind of put this episode and the last one together, I guess. It's just a good song, guys. I kind of don't want to talk over it. By the way, Les Miserables is not one of my favorite musicals. My favorite musical of all time is La La Land, and then Singing in the Rain. I wonder how long it took her to shoot this. That would have been a really good question. Um, on my podcast that I don't talk on my on the podcast that I have that I never talk about, on the podcast that I have that I never mention on my YouTube channel, I actually interviewed a production assistant that was on Dawson's Creek for the first 4 years, and I wish I could have asked him about this episode, but his interview came together really, really fast, and I kind of had to shoot from the hip because I had no time to prepare for it. From asking him to be on the podcast, the turnaround was crazy. It was like I asked him, and then 45 minutes later, we were on the call doing the interview, so I had no time. But I wish I could interview him again, just to ask him about this scene. Wow, I love that. That was beautiful. And now you're gonna go and hide and ventilate into a bag. I probably bet. This is hilarious. Nope. Nope. See what I said? Nobody believes in Pacey. Everybody thinks he's a big goof. So you know what? I revise my statement. Dawson only believes in Pacey to a Dawson only believes in Pacey to a certain point. This is the best thing ever. I can't. Oh my god, that was great. That was fucking great. Oh, I forgot how good that was. Oh, oh my god. Look at this bullshit. Small town bullshit, man. This is awful. No, no, no. Inbred idiots. I like that. That's why Dawson is my guy. It's it's not about that, Joe. It's about the money. And it's about coming out of your shell, sweetheart. It's not about the money. Oh, I mean, this speech right here is why I love Dawson. I know he gets a lot of flack because he comes off as whiny, but it's moments like that just make me love him as a character. Jesus, man. Moments, god damn. It makes sense because, guys, we're close to the end here. Oh. Be still my broken heart. Oh, that was wonderful. Drum roll, please. Oh, she didn't fucking do a drum roll. God damn it. She deserved to win. Every time I see this episode, it really pisses me off that she doesn't win. But if you really look at it, she really gets the psychological prize at the end. Ugh. Wait for it. I think things are changing, guys. Look at that look. Things got to be changing here. She was robbed, if you ask me, guys. She was fucking robbed. I think walking would be a good idea for right about now. Finally, he's starting to see it. Thank God. It only took 12 episodes. Woo! Ah, this is great. The ex and the future girlfriend in one shot. Yes! Oh, now she's going to go off and be bitter. Do I feel bad? No, I kind of don't. Because I absolutely love this couple together. FYI, Dawson and Joey are my favorite couple of all time. So there is that too. I'm biased. Definitely biased. Confidence? There you go. I said it before he did. It's just makeup and a dress, guy. It's just makeup and a dress, Dawson. The confident girl was always there. You just have to look harder. Yep. How do you think Joey feels in this moment? How do you guys think Joey feels in this moment? Because I imagine that she has to be loving this, but I imagine that she believes it's just the dress and the makeup. That once she goes back to the real Joey, he won't remember any of this. His hair. Guys, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Yep. Exactly what I said a couple minutes ago. You know what? You know what? Joey is totally in the right to make Dawson chase after her because Joey, for a large part of her life, has been chasing after Dawson without Dawson ever being aware of it. So it sucks for Dawson, but he deserves it. See, yeah, I would have loved to seen this character a little bit more in the first season. I don't know if she's in any more episodes or if like she's a one and done character. And I really like how the writers set her up. They set her up as so superior for most of the episode, and this scene sort of is a revelation that as much as as much as she presented herself to be high and mighty, for most of this episode, she's exactly like Pacey to her family. She's the black sheep of her family when Pacey is the black sheep of his family. So I really like that tact from the writers in this episode. Uh oh. He's thinking about something. What is he thinking about? I wonder. Could it be that girl from across the creek? Just maybe? You didn't let it breathe, and because you didn't let it breathe, you lost him, and now his sights are on something else, and you can't have him back. Not now. Not now. It's too late now. If you would have came to him with this offer a couple episodes ago, maybe he would have entertained it, but definitely not now. See, told you. He's got something else he's got to figure out. Hmm. And see, there's the girl out of the dress and without the makeup. And who is she? She's just simply Joey Potter. Also, I love this cutting between them back and forth. I think that's a really great I think that's a really great editorial choice by the director and the writer who obviously wrote these scenes going back and forth from one another. Oh, thank God, he's finally got the clue. Oh, he's finally got the clue, guys. He's finally got it. All right, guys, that'll do it. For my watch along of Dawson's Creek season 1, episode 12, entitled Beauty Pageant. All right, guys. Um, if tell me what you liked about this episode in the comments below, what you liked about it or what you didn't like about it. But before I say goodbye, if you guys like me talking about Dawson's Creek or Buffy the Vampire Slayer and you would like to hear me talk more, I do have this podcast called the Mixtape Podcast. It's dedicated to discussing film from a screenplay writer's point of view. I do it with one of my dearest friends. We are on every podcast platform known to man. But if you're a YouTuber like myself, we are on YouTube. As a matter of fact, we have our own YouTube channel. It is youtube.com/the mixtape podcast. As a matter of fact, I will do one better for you guys. Instead of you having to search for the channel here on YouTube, I will put a link down to the channel in the comments section below. So if that interests you at all, I encourage you to go over there, check out some of our old videos and like some of our old videos. Yeah, it's really great over there. We have a great group of people and it's a good place to be. All right, guys. So with that out of the way and being done with, I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for watching. And we're one away, guys, from the moment I've been fucking waiting for. We're one away. But until then, as always, I'll see you when I see you.
So much happened here, and so much is about to.